Just 2 years ago, one of my clients literally pushed me every day to implement AI into their sales and marketing activities. I told him at that time, it's too early technology, it's not there, but they were pushing. So what we did, we invest time, money, and we failed. Fast forward 2 years to today, and I am implementing AI as a standard part of our service for our clients into their sales, marketing, or sometimes even operation. There are two things has changed. First of all, it's that technology finally is here. Second thing is I create 7-step formula how to implement AI into your organization successfully. And what I will do today, I will introduce to you this 7-step process formula. So if you try implement AI before and you failed, or if you implemented it and you feel that this is not exactly what you expected, or if you feel that you can get much more out of AI, but you don't know how, this video is for you. During the next 10 minutes, I will help you to make 3 significant decisions. First of all, is the AI parrot in your system or is it operating system? Second thing, do you have a process underneath of your AI system or it just mess? Last but not least, how to build your AI? Are you going to build generic AI or you will have a team of specialists? In this episode, I will help you to answer 3 very important questions. First of all, how to build AI as an operating system in your business. Second, how to build a process in your business that AI will be operating on. And last but not least, what is the best and the most effective way to build AI agents? By the end of this video, you will have my 7-step process of implementing AI, plus you will be able to answer those 3 important questions. Okay, guys, let's do it. Guys, I want to read to you this extremely terrible statistic. And basically, when I was reading them, I couldn't believe. Okay, just have a look. 80% of AI projects fail. 95% of generative AI pilots fail to scale. Next numbers, they're just mind-blowing. 684 billion invested in AI in 2025, and 547 billion out of the 600 produce 0 measurable results. 84% of companies, they do not have a well-documented workflows that would be suitable for AI operating on the top of them. And the last number that I want to share with you, 60% of AI project without AI-ready data was abandoned at the beginning of 2026. This is just mind-blowing statistic that's proving that if the companies are not ready, then implementing or investing in AI might be not the best idea. That's why I feel this episode is so important, because I will help you to prepare for the implementation so then you can be part of this statistic, but at least be positive part of this statistic. So guys, to those who know me, you already are aware that I've been in B2B business for a very long time. I've been selling B2B services and products by corporation, and also I've been running my company Ebit for the last 7 years. During that 7 years, I've seen a lot. And also during that 7 years, I designed my own framework that I am using to sell products and services of technology companies to the other markets. And during that time, I learned something very important. I noticed that now with AI, there is completely new way, new approach coming in. And I want to share with you and compare old way of sales and the new way. In the old way, we can see AI is perceived like a parrot, I call it. When you say something and it's repeat you back in the nice way, or if you ask something and it's giving you answer, and that's it. But in the new way, AI is operating system for your business. I will explain this detail later on. Second thing is I saw that in the old way, people use AI as a one assistant for everything. But in the new way, we create multiple agents, one on the top of that, you can call them assistant or orchestrator, and then you have a bunch of the specialists. Each agent will be doing different work, And this different work will be very specific, very narrowed down, so that each agent is a specialist. In the old way, people they do not have a process documented, they don't have a standard operating procedures, they don't have a role and responsibilities or JDs. In the new way, everything is documented. There is a clear process that AI operating on the top of it. There are role and responsibilities, and there is the job description. In the old way, we put random prompts to AI without the context, and we're getting random answers. In the new way, we have AI that is pre-feed in with the context of our company or even our personality. And the last but not least, maybe most controversial, in the old way, we charge for the time investment in the project. So when we deliver something to the client, we charge them for the work we did or the time we invested. In the new way, I believe with AI, we will be only charging based on the results. So as you see, the shift it's incredible. And basically what we need to do, we need to follow up, we need to stay competitive, and we need to jump on AI, understand it deeply, and leverage it to run our business. So let me give you the 7-step process formula that you need to implement into your business to make sure that the AI operates effectively. The framework name is process with double S on the end. I probably not surprise you. I talk again about the process, but this is acronym and let me explain you each letter what they stand for. First of all, and the most important are procedures. That means your SOPs, standard operating procedures for each activity that you do. As I told you, you need to shift from general agent or general AI that answering for every question you have in relation to any job to AI is a specialist. If you want to make it specialist, you need to make sure that AI understands very deeply that specific work it's supposed to do. So you need to have a SOPs, standard operating procedures, where you have a step-by-step formula. Step number 1, da 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 da. Step number 2, da 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 da. Step number 3, so on and so forth. I guess you get the idea. R, repeatable. If you want to implement AI and get out of this all the best, you need to implement it in the repeatable task. If this is one off task, please skip it because it costs too much time, too much effort, and you do only task once a while. It doesn't make sense. So make sure your task is repeatable. Letter O, owner. Who is the owner of the process? Who is the overseeing the agent? So here we have this concept of human in the loop. We need to have a people who are owning the process, who are observing and making sure that AI deliver very well. I don't believe in the 100% automation, and everything what I'm talking about is in the model that there is the human in the loop. So we need to have an owner or person responsible for this process or outcome of AI. Next is C, which stands for context. And this is one of the very, very important thing as well. The context must be there. If you don't put information into the AI, who are you? Who is your client? What's your company does? What services you sell? What unique selling proposition you have? What services offering or unique service offering you propose? What is your tone of voice? How you communicate? If you don't have this kind of context, the answer from AI will sound generic. Next is E, which stands for expected ROI. Make sure that the process you're going to implement it or the automation that you are implementing in exchange of the human task, it makes sense for you in the business context. What I mean, basically, if you have an intern who's the work it's very cheap and it's cheaper than use the token in AI, then maybe it doesn't make sense. So make sure you also remember about the financial part and return on investment. Next, S stand for standard. Make sure you have a quality criteria, how you evaluate that outcome is correct. Last is scope. Basically, it's kind of similar to job description. So you need to explain agent what they can do and what they cannot do. So they can work in the frames of only their specialties. So guys, as you see, in this framework, you have two elements to verify if, first of all, AI is good idea to implement in this specific process. So you need to understand if it's repeatable and if it's making sense in term of return on investment. Then when you say yes, it's okay with those two, then you have another 5 steps to that will help you implement AI to your business. So if you already implemented AI in some of the activities in your business, I want you to take those 5 letters and score yourself. Meaning, just say, do you have a process or no? Do you have a job description or no? Give yourself just yes or no answer, and then you can see if you are going good direction or if not. So guys, what I want you to do, if you figure out that, okay, I score myself and I didn't end up having very good result, please don't be discouraged. I know that there is a lot of situation that we invest the time and it didn't work and then we say, oh, I will just not do it again. That's it. This is, in my opinion, very bad approach because AI will come here, you want it or no. And the companies who will win in the future, those will be the companies who can automate and leverage AI. So you need to learn it. I always compare this to the similar kind of example. If you, whenever you were in high school and you got your first love, and that woman or man, they broke your heart, and you felt so disappointed, and you were crying, and it was terrible time. But did you say to yourself, I will not get married anymore? I will never have any more the girlfriend? Probably at that moment, yes. But now, I hope you are happily married, you have a family. It's the same situation here. I know that if you did something with AI and didn't work, you lost the time, money, it feels painful. But don't stay there. Get out of this and try again. Try implement the process I just explained you, and that will work for you much better. Guys, so can I ask you for a quick favor? If you feel that this framework makes sense, can you please press like in the video? That will help me a lot. And if you feel that there should be something adjust, I would love to hear your comments. Guys, what I want to do next, I want to go a little bit deeper into the context. I mentioned about the context, how important it is, and I want to spend 1 minute to explain you a little bit deeper why it's so important and then how we can prepare it. And guys, this is much easier than you think. So context. Context is information for AI that it will understand who you are, who is your business, what is your business doing, all of the elements I already named. How I want you look at this, it's not about the big task, bunch of the context, bunch of the documents you need to prepare and upload and make it readable for AI. No, I want you look at AI as you look at your newcomers, new employees coming to your business. When they come to your business, you do onboarding for them. You explain them what is company doing, how we do it, every single information, who is the client, and what we sell, how we reach to this client. Look at the AI in completely the same way and do the onboarding for AI. That's the number one. Number two, expect it will make mistake and you will have to correct it. Same with like with newcomers. They doing something, they trying, they failing and say, hey, you didn't do this right way because we usually do it like that and this is the outcome. And it's completely the same with AI. You need to go through the process of onboarding. You need to go through the process of iteration, testing, improvement, and then eventually you will get to the point that 80, 90% of outcome you will be receiving will be spotless. And that's what I want you to get. So guys, now at this point, you should be able to answer yourself, do you have a suitable process under your AI that it's help it operate effectively? If yes, congratulations, well done. You are in this small group of the people who are very successful. If not, no problem at all. You have a process framework, use it for your own advantage to get as best as possible from AI. So let me move to the next part where we will be talking about the AI being generalist and AI being specialist. And guys, what I want to tell you right after that, when we finish, I will share with you case study, what we did for our client when we implement for them AI automation. And funny or surprising fact about this, it's not in the sales purely, it's sales and operation. So make sure you watch to the end. So now I want to consider about AI as a specialist and generalist. What is AI generalist? AI generalist is when you go to ChatGPT or any other model that you're using, you open it and then you type in some information and you're expecting the answer. You type it in into the open window without any context. It's not in the project format. In this sense, AI is generalist. AI has a huge database, huge knowledge, and then it can share with you anything, but those information are general and generic. Now, AI as a specialist, it's when you go to the ChatGPT, go to the Claude or any other tool that you're using, you have their project created or you have a folder created with description, with clear instruction, with markdown files, for example, for Claude. And your system, your AI know exactly what is the context of the job of your company, but also understand very specific activities that it will be doing. So I can, for example, share with you when I do vibe coding. I don't have a project vibe coding and that's it. I have a project vibe coding plus I have a folder with 6 agents that are designing for different role. Project manager, business analytic, front end, back end, QA, and orchestrator. That's how we go deeply into the specific agents, and that's how we create specialists. Now, I would like to share with you some case study that you can actually understand what it can bring to your business. So now let me move quickly to the case study. One of my clients, they had a problem with recruitment of the people to do some repetitive job. They asked me if AI can be automated. So then we went through the process framework. We understand, yeah, it can be automated. And then we help them automate lead generation and we help them automate CRM updates. So those two activities daily took 5 hours of the business development representative. After we implement the system, the same job was taking only 10 minutes. Second thing what we did and was very interesting as well, it because we are a consulting company, we have the ability to look at the business holistically, meaning I can see how the operation work, how the accounting work, what kind of tool they're using. And I look at their business and we notice few things. We notice that they pay in over $200 subscription for one of the CRM. They pay in $179, if I remember well, for the LinkedIn Sales Navigator. And they had one more tool for the email marketing. We removed subscription from all of those. We left only CRM one subscription from $200. We reduced it to $17 or $12 a month. So it's significant reduction. And then we replace most of those activities by AI and free tools. So at the end of the day, you can see on the screen what were the results for that company. $6,844 saved per year just on the subscription. 1,008 hours give back from the business development representative per year. And one super important thing, they were running marketing and outbound campaigns under their main domains. So it was super risky for their generally business. So we took it, we canceled this model and we opened the new domains and we start sending the cold emails and email marketing from the different domain to save their business. I cannot actually price it, but if they block their domain and their business is heavily dependent on the online reputation, I think their business could be collapsed. So now, guys, you already understand the process, you already answered the 3 questions, and you see the case study, what kind of value it can deliver. So what's the next step? First of all, easy step. Go through the process framework, answer yourself the first 2 questions about ROI and repeatable. If you are okay here, then check if you can implement process to your organization. That's it. That's the first step, what you can do. Second, if you want to see how the specialist agent is operating, I have another video that will link down below. You will see how they generate the leads or how they input the data into CRM system. Also in that video, I show how the agent is executing tasks from my Trello board. Next, if you want to talk with me about your sales or AI automation, feel free to reach out on LinkedIn or go to my website. And last but not least, if you are tired, fed up with AI, don't give up. Thank you so much, and I see you in the next episode. Bye bye.